never mind.
And we're back. That was an awesome break.
Shut up, Michael.
So, the next question.
Is there anything specifically that you are specifically excited for?
Is there anything
this fall?
specifically you're specifically excited for the specific fall of 2014?
Specifically.
Yeah. Is there?
My birthday? I'm gonna turn 20.
Being done calculus.
I'm going to cry.
Video game releases. There is not a single movie I'm excited for.
Well, I don't know if there's a movie I'm excited for. I've looked and nothing appeals to me.
But Foxcatcher and Interstellar are coming out.
Don't care.
I don't know
The
what those
Foxcatcher looks so good.
Still
good
don't
for
care.
you or good for me?
It looks amazing.
Still don't care.
It looks like the movie of the year.
There is not a single movie I'm interested in that's coming out for probably the next 3 years, except for Star Wars Episode 7, because I want to see what Disney does with it.
It'll be bad. I think it's gonna be really bad.
It'll be great. Anyway,
I think it's gonna be fucking weird and bad.
what are you excited? No, I'm not even gonna ask
Not
that.
any
We'll be
worse than
sitting
what
here for
Lucas
hours.
did with it.
Oh, Xavier Dolan's Mommy, all kinds of things that I'm excited to see. Dude, Boyhood, fucking Foxcatcher, Interstellar, like 90% of what's going to come out at TIFF. I'm so excited. Skipping to number 7 because nobody actually pays attention to film but me. What is the
I
one
pay
film?
attention. I just don't do long-term paying attention.
Foxcatcher is going to be so good. Can we just reminisce? Can we just take a moment of silence for how good Foxcatcher is going to be?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what Foxcatcher is.
I will
but
show you the trailer after this because it looks amazeballs.
Get excited after it comes out and it's good.
What is the number one film of the year so far?
There is no good movie
Michael
of the
hasn't
year so
seen.
far.
Michael hasn't seen anything from 2014. Michael, you do realize you will have to have at least a top 5 for January.
Aw, silly Thomas.
You are going to try at least have a top 5 for January. I will be so pissed.
Silly Thomas.
You will not
Tricks
get
are for
pizza.
kids.
There will be no pizza for you during that our end of the year celebration.
So it doesn't even matter then. I could lose every quiz bowl, and as long as he doesn't watch a movie, I still win.
Well, technically no. I'm just not going to buy a pizza if he wins.
This is
That would be
bullshit.
even better. Because then I could win and buy the most bullshitty pizza I could think of, and you guys would have to eat it.
I'm just not going to listen to you. I'm just gonna...
I hate you all.
Caitlin,
Yeah.
what is your number one movie of the year so far? I'm guessing it's Maleficent.
Actually,
It's a
no, I do
tie.
want to see Maleficent.
It's
so
a
there is
tie.
one movie this year I'm interested
My
in.
tie so far is Maleficent and Noah. Those are my 2 favorite movies of the year thus far. I really did like The Other Woman, though. The Other Woman
mention that
was
to me.
amazing. I love that movie. It was great. I watched it last night again. I love that movie.
What do you think is the worst movie of the year? Actually, I'm interested to know what you think is the worst. Was it...
Million Ways to Die in the West.
No, it's done. Let's see. Okay.
It
Well,
was still a
quick
good
answer.
movie, but I just had a terrible experience.
Good point. Yeah, my number one is Under the Skin. I think I mentioned that podcast so far, which was amazeballs. By the way, this year...
No, apparently it was Lucy.
No, it was actually... Lucy was number 2. Also this year, the year of Scarlett Johansson. 3 films in my top 4 involve Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, so you want the
Under the Skin, of course. Under the Skin, Lucy, and Captain America all involve Scarlett Johansson in lots of
Leading
ways.
roles.
Leading roles, yes, it does.
She is Captain
Was-
America.
She's actually Black Widow, but you know what?
I know. I'm doing that intentionally.
I loved how in Captain America she had a cute little arrow necklace.
It was so
Oh,
cute.
it's so cute.
Oh, God, it was so
I'm like, I can't wait for Avengers 2 because I want to see the Hawkeye Black Widow romance. And I'm just like,
That just happened, folks. And it was
That
very entertaining.
I got into that. That was pretty fun. Worst movie of the year so far has been Very Good Girls. That was not good.
Don't even know what that
It
is.
sounds
I
like
mentioned
awful.
That was the one. That was the virginity pact one that I mentioned.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That movie is... You say that sentence, and that's it. I don't give a
Michael's
fuck.
just done. Michael, do you have to run soon?
Yes,
So we
I
should
do.
probably pause here.
We'll take another break.
Michael, actually, you should say. Is there anything you want to say before you leave? Any last words? Talking about how we'll remember you. I will remember you.
You're not pulling a Sarah McLachlan in.
But
love her.
will you remember me?
Oh, God.
Don't let your mom pass you by. She had a vasectomy.
Oh, my God.
I think that's how it goes. That's how it goes, isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay, I should go now.
You probably
Yeah.
should. Bye,
Bye,
Michael. Okay, so I think we already talked about episodes we're most excited for. It's just Caitlin and I now.
Hi.
A lot less dirty jokes.
More fun, though.
More learning.
Learning!
Learning. Hashtag learn.
Oh my god. Oh,
That was too good.
this is what happens when I'm really tired, and nobody wants to record, and we just dick around. This is what happens. Like,
This is what happens. This is what happens. I now understand why Michael is so chipper when he shows up here, even though he watched none of the films, because he just dicks around and makes it up. This is basically what this episode is, just dicking around and making it
Well,
up.
you're the one who does all the work, minus the fact that I'm the one who does all the online stuff.
I do a lot of the work for this.
Well, you organize us, I do all the editing stuff, and Michael does jack shit.
Michael tells me that he forgot we're recording today, the day of every single recording.
8 o'clock this morning, we say we're recording at 10:30. He's like, 8:55. Oh yeah, today's the day we're recording.
I love Michael though. Michael is the best person alive. Like without Michael, this podcast would be nothing. We need him more than anything.
I'd have to strip down a lot more frequently if we wanted this podcast to work.
Exactly. I'd probably still wear clothes because nobody wants to see that. But exactly. What is the one movie you'd show your kids to get into? You show your kids to get them into film.
You assume I'm having kids.
I assume you are having kids.
I don't know. To get them into... What would you show? Assuming you're having kids.
Of course I'm having kids. Back to the Future was the one I was thinking of.
Back to the Future.
Because it's a lot of different things. Like, I assume they know what a movie is, right? Like, at the age of 7 or 8, I'd be up for... Michael is texting me telling me that's so much fun.
That was so much fun.
It was so much fun. Hang on a second. We will be done in about 10 minutes.
Said, and quote, that was fun. So much sex. Capital XD.
Capital XD. Send him a winky face.
Okay.
Bitches love winky faces. No.
So you show Back to the Future.
I show Back to the Future because it's the first. It's like a kid's movie, but it's also like an adult movie. Or if that makes sense. Like it's so kind of cinematically magical, but at the same time, it's not an animated film. Ideally, they probably mostly only seen animated films at that point in their life. So to show them something that is live action, to show them something that is just as much fun as Toy Story or whatever it is that I guess Frozen probably, but whatever it is that they end up watching and loving, to show them that you can have just as much fun with live action opens up a whole ton of new doors.
Yeah.
What about you? You got one?
I'd show my favorite movie.
The other guys?
No. Not
The
that
Princess
one.
Bride?
The Princess
Hells
Bride.
yes, that is the other great choice ever.
It is a movie that has everything you could ever possibly want in a movie.
It is so
It is
so romantic.
Like Wesley's
oh my
so
God.
hot. Like
He
Cary
is
Elwes
so
in his
gorgeous.
prime
Oh my
was
God.
so gorgeous.
He's so gorgeous.
Like I just can't.
Oh my God. I literally cannot. That
I
guy
just cannot.
is amazing.
I know. Like everything about that. Like I don't have one complaint about that movie. There's nothing bad you can say about it. And I would obviously have to show that to them when they're like 10 years old because I tried to my parents tried to show me that when I was 6, and of course I have the attention span of a horsefly. I'm just flying around.
No, my daughter's gonna be very well behaved. She's gonna be able to watch like Alphaville at night.
No, I know, and then I'm gonna. I can't even do that now.
We're gonna watch Halloween at 10. It's gonna be great.
Oh, good. But I don't know. Princess Bride is just one of those movies that I would I love to the end of time, and it's just such a good movie, all in all.
That movie is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like without a doubt, like that movie. It's so much of a movie, right? If that makes sense. Like it is so weirdly cinematic for something that shouldn't be.
Well, it was and it has every genre you could ever need. There's action.
Yeah.
There's evident comedy.
Oh,
there's
God.
romance.
I had to go to a wedding on the weekend, and my sister I was talking to my sister afterwards, and she's like,
For your wedding, this is how I'm going to start your wedding. To quote the Princess Bride, marriage is what brings us together. And I was like, if you do that, I'm going to kill you.
No,
but then I realized, you know what? I'm just going to let her do that because the Princess Bride is so kind of weirdly symbolic.
It is.
And it represents so much of what we like out of ourselves. And on top of that, too, it represents so much about storytelling.
Yeah.
Right? Like, especially the scenes with the little kid where the kid's like,
read me more.
The kid gets really into this story that he normally wouldn't be getting into.
Well, it's funny because he starts playing video games. Like the kid has a cold. He's playing video games, and he bothers to put the video game away because of how good this story is. And sometimes we forget that, like in today's society, you watch a movie that's so action-packed, like Transformers or any sort of new superhero, where everything is all about the action. But it's almost like we forget the days where it was just important to tell a story and have fun with a story instead of worrying about, oh, we got to spend $20 million on this car blow-up scene. No, we focus on the people, focus on the story and the plot. Yeah,
and the themes and stuff. Yeah,
exactly. Those are
that
good
movie
things.
is so good.
It's just so good.
Other ones I might think about, Forrest Gump is one, probably.
Oh,
Think
yeah.
about that. Wizard of Oz. Weird enough, because
That scared me when I was little.
a little bit, but it very simply it simplifies good and evil very
Very
well.
simply.
Very simply. The scene too where she goes from black and white tone
Sepia.
and opens sepia opens a door, and it's like color is like
That was
so iconic
cool.
for a reason.
Yeah.
It's still cool to me. I still think that's cool. And you're like, color. And I don't know. Like, that's another one I think about.
Yeah. I have one, but you're going to laugh.
Yeah.
Thriller. The music video.
God damn it, no. We've already discussed it. This isn't a movie.
Well, it's not
It's
a
a
movie.
short film.
Well,
it's not a music video. It's not a movie. It's a goddamn short film.
Well, still, that's what got me into film.
That's what got you into making movies.
Yeah, that got me into making movies.
It's different. It's a little different.
Well, because it's brilliant.
Depending on how old they are, too. If they were like 15 or 16, I might consider Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Because that movie is so hip and cool. Oh my gosh, that is the cool. I think outside of Lucy, actually, I think that's cooler. That Pulp Fiction is cooler than Lucy. That's the only thing I think is cooler than Lucy, without a doubt. Pulp Fiction is so cool. Like, that is the cool.
I'm trying to think of any movie that I just watch over and over and over. Peter Pan.
Memento.
I love Peter Pan. Oh my god.
Like Hook.
No, like
Because
Peter
the
Pan
hook
2003 with Jeremy
brings
Sumter.
you back.
No.
You back.
No.
I ain't telling you no lie. The hook
my God.
brings you back.
This is a little sad.
I actually want to know what, like, because I remember that song. The funniest thing about that song is when I was watching Jimmy Fallon and he had his lip sync battle with Emma Stone,
Right.
and Emma Stone did that and just killed it. What would be the two songs you would choose for that?
Oh, I need a song now. Here, what would yours be?
Mr. Brightside,
Ooh.
or The Killers, because that song is so kind of, you can do all kinds of hilarious motions with that song while it's happening. Like, coming out of my cage and I'll be doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all.
I have the song.
And then the other one would probably be I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift.
Oh my god.
Because then I can like wave my hair back and forth. And Taylor Swift's my girlfriend, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Taylor Swift is amazing.
Hold on, I have to find this song because
jealous, but I'm just going to admit it. Do you think like we can get like copyright infringement for this, for singing the music? Like,
well, I'm gonna play a song if I can find it.
no.
Yes, I am.
This song's the best. I had this song on here on my iPod.
This song would be the one just because of the voice. I'd love to hear them sing. Anyway, that's one. Trying to think of another one that I would do.
Tenderness. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, and I like that one, Thunder Island. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my lady.
The good one would be I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
Don't you ever forget it.
I'm on a dolphin.
doing flips and shit, but this ain't SeaWorld. This is as real as it gets.
I'm on a boat.
Take a good hard look.
Take a picture, Trix. I'm on a boat, bitch.
It's the stupidest thing.
It's so good.
Oh, you know what I like more about than anything is the minute Andy Samberg stopped doing SNL. Because like he's actually like he went to film school. He's very.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor.
He's very learned in terms of film.
Yeah.
And indie film, and the funniest thing ever was when he did his Indie Spirit Awards monologues. He had a lot of jokes about that, and he also recognizes what makes kind of film and television so good and pop culture so interesting. And he really gets a chance to shine outside of SNL. Have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
Oh my god, that show is so funny. Like, it is the funniest thing.
I don't have a computer. I can't watch anything.
It's on Netflix. When you do get a computer, you should probably try to just binge watch all 22 episodes. It is the funniest thing in history.
Is it funnier than what's it? Help me. It's the one with the balloons and banana stand. What is it?
Arrested Development.
Is it funnier than Arrested Development?
Not funnier than Arrested Development, but Arrested Development is God tier. So
that was just a God-sent gift.
I've made a huge mistake. God, Arrested Development is so ironic. That's what makes it so funny.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a personal question now.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you love film? Of everything else, of every other sort of media, why film?
You know, I feel like somebody that just got asked why they believe in Christianity and Jesus and never actually answered that to themselves.
Because I know how I can answer that.
The reason I love film is because I love the escape of it.
Right.
And when I was 15 and 16, I was dealing with some mental issues, and I would watch movies to basically help me kind of understand what happened in the day. Basically just as like a release of, okay, today was shitty, I'm going to sit down and watch this foreign thing that I like, or this horror movie that I want to see, or whatever it was. And I liked being able to think about something other than what else is going on in my life more than anything. That's why I started watching movies. I loved film. I think I love film just simply because I like the idea of being able to express something through visual media. Yeah. More than anything, I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
What about you?
Mine, I don't know. Mine is kind of, because as a child, I never used to, like, I hated fiction as a child. I didn't I only read the books that I had to read in school. And so I've only recently read Lord of the Rings. I've never read Harry Potter. I didn't read like a series of unfortunate events. All the things that everyone else of mine.
Well, other than series of unfortunate events, you're not missing much in terms of.
Well, I know, but I did not read any of those books that were like big hits with everybody else. Movies is almost the same thing, but the reason why I love film so much is because I guess I'm the kind of person who I like to see what other people see. And when I watch a movie, back when I was younger, I always used to think that watching a movie was like looking into the director's eyes and seeing what he's seeing and expressing his story.
It's like being able to see what the writer was thinking.
What they were thinking.
And that's part of what makes film such an interesting medium, is that the visual is given to you. It's what you get out of the visual.
Yeah, you have to it's somebody's interpretation of something, and that's kind of what I like, and it's magical about it. Because with a book, you can interpret it in many ways. Like, if you don't give a character description of somebody, like, you could think of them as anything. You could think of a scene as anything. Like, if you're describing a house, like, the only example I can think of is Twilight. And you're going to hate me for this, but here's why. Is because when I watched Twilight, Twilight was one of the few books I actually read.
To be honest, I don't hate Twilight. I'm not Michael.
No, I don't hate it, but there were many things that were wrong with it. Twilight, the movie itself, like, I had a vision of everything in that book to go into that movie, right? Like, you had a vision of what Bella was supposed to act like. You know what Edward's supposed to look like. You know what the set's supposed to look like. But everything in that movie was different than what I had imagined. Mm-hmm. It was all 100% different. The bedroom layout was different in her room. The school was different. The way she looked was different. Everything was different. And in a book, it's easy to get away with that because you let the person create the imagination. Whereas here in a movie, you have to be presented with someone else's imagination and you have to go with it. And that's kind of what I like about it, is you're always looking at someone else's imagination, and it's cool. I really like that.
I love that. I don't know, film. The way film transports you to worlds is different, unlike anything else. And it's kind of the thing I've noticed about reading graphic novels too. Is the best part about film is that the frame never changes shape, but it moves around.
Yeah.
Whereas in comic books, the frame can change shape, but the frame doesn't move.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes film such an interesting medium. That's the only thing in which you can kind of be an omniscient. I don't know what the hell
Omnipotent?
Omnipotent. I know. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
All-seeing.
Yeah.
My brain is blanking out on the exact pronunciation of the word, but where you can go and you can see things kind of all around in this world and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And eventually, I do think that there will be somebody who will make a movie. Probably James Cameron will make a movie in which you just go explore the fucking world.
I'll totally do that.
It's basically like sitting in a thing and you explore the world. He'll make it eventually, and it'll be good. and it'll make $1 billion. Well, it won't be good. It'll be mostly mediocre, but it'll make $1 bazillion.
Yeah.
And then James Cameron will buy the movie.
They need to make like better TV technology for that. Like to be immersed in a world, like I said earlier with the 3D conversation, you need to have an encompassing screen or a screen that stretches wider and turns around. Like they're getting better with the TV screens where you sit in front of it and it like curves around you. They're getting there, but I think in a theater, if they had that and they did 3D where you actually have to look around, like there's a ship flying directly to your right and you have to look at that ship, that would be cool.
When I look to my right, I don't see a spaceship, I see you. So that's the difference.
To the left, to
To
the
the left, to the left, to the
Okay,
left.
now you get to ask a personal question.
I gotta ask a personal question?
Yep.
Oh, God. Can't think of any. I wasn't thinking.
You never think.
No, stop.
Thinking. Totally don't do that.
Stop.
How about I just do the last question that we have
Sure.
there? How do you think advertising has changed in regards to film?
Well, in all honesty,
I feel like that guy from, what's that show? The Musicians Guild, or whatever the fuck it is, the artist. What profession
what's profession?
would you like to do for the rest of your life? Just something stupid.
Can we just change
I
that?
would not like to burn monkeys.
Can we just change it to Christopher Walken?
Fucking Christopher Walken is so amazing. More cowbell.
Jesus. Change the film. Well, back a long time ago, it almost seemed like they'd have like 3-minute long trailers where they would reveal everything about the story to you. This is the movie you are going to see from beginning to midpoint.
It's funny. Yeah,
Whereas
I noticed
now,
that too.
now, if you watch a comedy trailer, they're going to give you your best joke. If you're watching an action movie, you're going to see a bunch of action that's probably not going to be in the movie because they're going to change it. There's like any sort of those, like it's different now because they don't tell you anything about the movie. They make it look like it's the best thing. Like most comedy films is the best example. They give you the best parts of the comedy movie that may or may not be in the movie as good as they are in the trailer. And then you go watch a movie and you're sadly disappointed because you realize that was the best joke and it was given in the trailer.
Do you remember when I was thinking of putting like trailers into the audio, like cutting in the trailers? Yeah. The first one I was going to do and having to do was Taxi Driver. And
Right.
so when I was listening to the audio, I'm like, well, this just sounds fucking boring. And I realized that, and then when I was listening to the Lethal Weapon trailer, so I actually did this myself. I went and closed my eyes, just listened to the Lethal Weapon trailer. And you know what the difference was? I was able to. The action was. I was more excited just listening to Lethal Weapon than I was listening to Taxi Driver. Even though if I watch a Taxi Driver trailer, I'm more interested in seeing Taxi Driver than I am seeing Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
What it is, especially with the advent of, I think music videos really help with this. Is that everything kind of has a beat. It's all like go, 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 snap, hit this note. This visual has this note.
Yeah.
The movie advertising has now kind of been trying to sell an experience.
Yeah.
If you think about it, the best trailer of the year is actually for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It is. Like the Ooga Chucko, I can't stop this feeling.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and that the beats that hits, like each note hits with a different shot, sell this film as this is a good time, fun experience.
Yeah.
Whether the movie was there or not is different, but if that movie was made 50 years ago, it would just be a scene from the film. Or it would be...
Yeah. Like
or
a
it would be
paste.
like, if you've ever seen the Psycho trailer is like 10 minutes long. It's Alfred Hitchcock just walking around the set talking about this is what this is. This is what this is. This is a quiet motel. And it's like, what? And while that trailer is great, I would go see the movie based off that trailer. To listen to that trailer is quite painful.
Yeah. What was it? Whenever...
In that sense, too, I also think trailers have less of an impact.
Yeah.
Right? Like... here, I want to show you what I thought was the best trailer of last year.
In the meantime, what I was going to say regarding movies and trailers in general is, like, if you're on a road trip and you're driving, and you know how in most vans or stuff nowadays you have, like, a TV in it or, like, a DVD player, whatever. The good movies are the ones that you can be the driver in the front seat, not able to watch the movie, but be able to listen to it and still enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. And that's part of what sound is in film. It's basically giving you...
Yeah. Like, if you are able to enjoy a movie without watching it, like, that sounds weird, but if you were able to listen to the movie...
You also know you have memorized a movie, not when you know every single word, but every sound.
Every sound, yeah.
Like, every sound. Like, I can tell you exactly like the notes that everything hits in Hoosiers, like the ba-da-da-da-da-da. I've seen the movie about 300 times. Of course, I can do that. Like one of the guys from this Directors Club podcast, his name is Patrick Apol. He always mentions the reason that he loves Temple of Doom so much is because he's seen it so many times. He's basically memorized every sound. He knows the ba-na-na-na, like at the end of the Anything Goes part at the beginning of that movie.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's part of the movie. Here's what I thought was the best trailer last year. It was see if you can guess what the trailer is based off this one. Also, if the audio kicks in here.
I want to show you something. This Rembrandt here. People come from all over the world to see this.
Yeah, he's good, yeah.
It's a fake.
That's impossible.
People believe what they want to believe. Because the guy who made this was so good that it's real to everybody. And who's the master? The painter or the forger?
Toast to a new era.
You never took a quarter from a phone booth. You stole. I just got bigger balls than you.
Yeah, I still want to see that movie.
You haven't seen that movie yet?
No, I have not.
It's amazing.
I want to see it. For those of you who
it's
don't know what
amazing.
that trailer was, that
was a trailer for American Hustle. So if you'd never seen American Hustle before, never heard of American Hustle, you would have no idea what it's about. I mean, you obviously know now because it's been out for about a year, close to a year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I know what it's about.
You know what it's
I've
about.
just never seen it.
Imagine seeing this like I did last year in July and having no idea what it's about, and they haven't released any plot deals. And the first thing that I said was, well, shit, I'm going to see that.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It looks amazing.
One, I love the director, but two, that was the greatest trailer I've ever seen.
And they have an all-star cast.
It was
like,
it played heavily on the fact that, we have all these people, they're doing all of these things. We don't need to even tell you what the movie is. You're going to come see it anyway. I think that when you have the ability to do that, that's when you have a good trailer.
yeah.
When you have
Use
the
your
best
assets.
trailer, Godzilla somehow said, this is the movie when Godzilla kicks shit. You're going to come see it. And guess what? A lot of people went and bought it and went and saw Godzilla the first weekend. We made $80 million the first weekend. That's probably the largest opening by a monster movie ever.
Yeah.
Like, a good trailer can basically tell you what you're going to see without actually telling you, and that you're going to see it anyways.
Yeah.
And I think that's great.
I'm just waiting for the trailer that just shows up. It's like, come see this movie. You will like it.
You know what? I want?
title.
You know what I want? I want Avengers 2 to just not have a trailer.
That would be amazing.
Like, you don't even actually need a trailer for that film. You just sell it. Be like, hey, guess what? That movie's coming out in June. Have fun. Don't need to sell that. Don't even need to sell that movie. Anyways, this pretty much wraps it up for us.
I'd say so. If you have any questions for
Please
us,
send them to
Yes.
genreconversation@gmail.com. That is genreconversation@gmail.com.
or you could leave a comment on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Or comment on our Facebook page.
Yeah, come
which
say
is
hi to
Genre Conversation.
Facebook. Go check out Film Jive. Special thanks to Zach for letting me be on that show. That was great fun.
Hi,
I had
Zach.
a blast. Zach, you rule. We love you. Caitlin loves you. I love you. It's all good.
My love is all that matters on this show.
My love is eternal.
Well, I know that's why it doesn't matter. You just love everybody.
I do love everybody. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome. That movie was also mediocre. Oh my gosh. Like 97% of my time, that movie was mediocre.
It wasn't bad.
No, it was mediocre. It was like everything else this year. 2014, the year of mediocre. Oh god, I forgot what meme I was going to use too. Now, damn it. Oh, you know what's going to happen? You know what I was going to say? This podcast is going to end before Leo will win an Oscar.